Yeah, Sanjay Uche here. People bring you my very late review on Boruto episodes 5 and 6. Yeah, I know, I've kind of fallen behind in terms of reviewing, but don't worry, I've been watching episodes every week, same way. Um, so this is what I'm gonna do. When episode 8 comes tomorrow, I'll probably just review episode 7 and 8 as just jointly in another video. So once episode 8 airs, I'll do my review on 7 and 8 and probably have that up by, if not tomorrow, probably Thursday. So let's kind of just get into this. My honest opinion on episodes 5 and 6, they're okay plus at least. Oh, well, sorry about that. Yeah, so in episode 5, because I'm really doing all this from memory, I haven't really rewatched the episodes, but from what I can remember, episode 5 really dealt with Mitsuki coming to the village and his first interactions with Boruto and the class. Now, this episode, it was it was a fun ride, honestly speaking. Seeing, I think it's kind of like that cliche where this cool, mysterious but oblivious character comes and interacts with the main cast. It's kind of like a cliche at this point, but I found it to be a very fun and enjoying ride. Um, what they did with this episode is that they played on. You still have the generic formula of the episodes up to this point, in where there's eventually a conflict where Boruto can see, using his mysterious eye technique, can see some spirit or weird chakra that's enveloping people, drawing out their, that plays on their, I guess, their insecurities and flaws. But yeah, it has a general setup. But what I liked about it as well is it played on Shino's, I guess, his insecurities as a teacher, because what Shino tries to do, he takes advice from Iruka Sensei and tries to go all out in welcoming Mitsuki to the class. And we see that there's a source of conflict between him and the students, where Mitsuki and the students, not explicitly, but they do say, Shino might not be the most competent teacher of all, really and truly. And it's kind of cool, even though I believe towards the end of Naruto, from the novel adaptation of Konoha's novel, we had some decent character development where Shino was concerned, and it would kind of seem irrelevant for them to play back on insecurities, but it does give a pretty good indication that, even though you've overcome certain things, you can still have insecurities, and I like that. Of course, towards the end of episode 5, I must say I loved Mitsuki in this episode. He was pretty cool. What I liked is that they didn't really give away too much immediately regarding his background or why he's there, because it's obviously implied that, there's some secret mission he's up to, which I assume is with Orochimaru. Of course, these episodes do play well and appear for this review, in the sense that episode 5's the conflict from episode 5 doesn't get resolved until episode 6, and we see by the end of episode 5 that Shino really and truly gets affected by whatever this weird chakra thing is. So by episode 6, we see him bring out Boruto, Shikadai, and Mitsuki to the forest where he intends to kill them. Now, episode 6, I loved more than episode 5, providing that we actually get some action, but some nice teamwork between Shikadai, Mitsuki, and Boruto himself. Of course, it's even more evident in episode 6 that Mitsuki is there for some secret mission as well, which, as I said before, I assume it has something to do with Orochimaru, or probably some beast got loose and Orochimaru is studying the effects of it on the various people of Konoha. But we get some nice teamwork between the three against Shino, and we learn that when this weird chakra creature or whatever takes over people, even though it makes them like rage out and berserk, they can't really use their powers as effectively or efficiently as if they were in charge. So that was something. So, because we see in this episode that the boys put together a decent plan, that Shino's bugs don't really operate well with water and all of that. Get some nice combination techniques from the three. I must say, in terms of the action sequences and the combination and teamwork, in this series so far between characters, it's pretty good. Um, but towards the end of episode 6, though, because the thing is, the problems with episode 5 and 6 is kind of a recurring problem I find starting from episode 3 upwards. It kind of feels like this series isn't really going anywhere just yet, and we're like, well, based on this review, there would be 6 episodes in, but I mean, tomorrow we're at episode 8, but you get what I mean. It kind of feels like the series isn't going anywhere. We're kind of just in the daily lives of Boruto and the academy, like, yeah. As opposed to, I believe, back in Naruto, and I think that's a problem. People are comparing it back to original Naruto, but I think that's only natural. But by this point, we're kind of in the Zabuza arc. We're on a mission. Um, but I think that's the problem with this. It kind of feels like it's not going anywhere. But the good thing about this 2 episode somewhat mini arc with Shino is that by the end we see the adults in the form of Naruto, Shikamaru, and Shino himself after he's been defeated and back to normal. That they realize that there's a problem because there's been multiple cases of people raging out and berserking all over the village. So the fact that Naruto himself has taken notice of this, it's basically pushing the plot forward. So, yeah, pretty much that. Um, so that was definitely a positive going towards the end of episode 6, honestly speaking. And I think really and truly that's definitely a plus because it's gonna help actually steer what this at least first arc of the series in the right direction at least. Of course, what I realize about, well, in my personal opinion, about the state of the series in the sense that even though it kind of feels like it's going nowhere, they're steadily but slowly but surely building up some subtle I guess lines of dialogue are through certain characters like Mitsuki that there's it's kind of they have something to pull you back in to see, okay, series doesn't feel like it's going anywhere, but there's this subtle kind of mysterious thing I want to watch to find out. So I think that's it, and I'm hoping these subtle, I guess, plot points are a use of plot devices, are the characters, certain lines are, I guess, fleshed out in the end, and there's a huge payoff. I'm hoping. But all in all, episodes 5 and 6 were pretty decent. They were a good watch. As I mentioned before, I'll be doing my review on episode 7 and 8 either tomorrow or Thursday, so look out for that. But anyway, if you've watched the episodes, let me know what you thought. Rate, comment, subscribe. It really helps me out. Check out my other contents. I do AMVs, Dragon Ball Super content, and I recently finished my Samurai Jack reviews. Sorry. But yeah, I recently finished my Samurai Jack reviews, so you can check that out if you love Samurai Jack as well. Get my idea what I thought about those episodes. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, people.